Previously on Avatar.
Can I sit here and say definitively that the suffering would have been less had they been honest about it? Damn.
And then I got into an entanglement with August.
Wow! Yeah, because that would have changed their behavior, that would have changed the way that they interact, that would have changed the way that they conduct themselves. And through doing that, through that quantification, you would have had a better way of traversing these things. Now, granted, suffering's inevitable, no matter which way you take. But in life, it's a choice of better or worse, not right or wrong. You do this decision, whether or not the result is either positive or negative, you try to control for the extent of that positivity or negativity. That's where the individual input comes. That's where the mild trajectory is derived from in life, right? Because I say life's just a never-ending sequence of arbitrary happenstance where you're reacting. But the reaction is your trajectory, is your mild input into this chaotic existence. So I guess what you can take away from this is that you don't have to do anything in a particular sequence. You just be honest about it, and you try it, and you think about it, and you just be emotionally intelligent. Think about the potential impending suffering. Think about the stuff that could play out. Think about how you're going to go about, interacting with this part of your life. And as you're doing such, you gauge and you change things in accordance to this thing, right? Oh, it's a little bit too heavy. Let me pull back. Oh, I don't want enough. I want a little bit more. Okay, let me indulge a little bit more, but let me have a specific extent onto how much I can test this level. It's like doing drugs. Like if you control... Say if you're doing, I'm gonna go shrooms again, hopefully I don't get just by talking about it. All right, let's talk about a responsible, intelligent, healthy manner. You never did it before, first time dry experience, okay. You have that inkling on your mind. Conformist shitty way that you inherit would be like, say you go to a dealer and he just gives you a haphazard instruction list. Oh, just take this, just a handful, and then just sit and I don't know, just go in public or something and just, do something, watch some movie or something like a horror movie. It's I don't know, maybe that works for him. I always say that works, but that's the way he does it. Who's to say whether or not it does or doesn't work? You should go about it in a way that you believe would reduce the amount of ramifications, right? So an intelligent way of going about that would be okay, let me measure out the specific amount. Let me do a very tiny bit. Let me research its specific properties. And while I'm doing such, sit in a room where I'm comfortable, warm, surrounded by people I trust, doing controlled amounts where I'm focusing specifically on this thing and how I treat it. And then I gauge how I feel, how I react as we go along, while also taking into account the potential ramifications I will encounter here or there. Because that is inevitable. It doesn't matter if you make better or worse decisions, you are going to suffer. Life is just a never-ending sequence of suffering.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer? Every night, I can feel my leg, and my arm, even my fingers.
And you gotta try to find ways to reduce and limit and be able to expunge the suffer, the emotional cost or the turmoil caused by said suffering. I guess I'm trying to say be responsible. Think about things, and don't just think about things through the way that you think. Just try to doubt, try to refine your means of approaching problem solving. Get good at making back-to-back decisions in rapid succession, and you'll notice progress just, man. Don't do this, I guess. Don't lie to yourselves and lie to the people around you and then do stuff based on those lies and then expect it not to just implode. These people tied themselves to this. This is decades in the making.
Now in 2018, Jada and Will started sharing a lot of their life on social media. Will started posting vlogs on YouTube, and Jada started hosting a podcast/talk show on Facebook called Red Table Talk, alongside her mother and daughter. Jada gave her hundreds of thousands of viewers insight into her life and relationship, and it was around this time when people started to realize the Jada and Will love was mostly a facade. More specifically, in episodes 11 and 12, which featured Will, accumulated tens of millions of views. These episodes covered a lot of the information that you learned in this video.
No wonder why you did that table talk. Oh my god, 44 million views on Facebook for one episode. Oh my goodness. Again, no sympathy. You're doing this for a reason, and you benefit from it. You are only now dealing with the fallout of those decisions that amounted to this thing that you have. Yes, the resources and the tangible wealth. But what comes along with that is all this other stuff. And you absolutely deserve that shit. Na 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 na.
Shimmy, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah. Drink. Fa la la la.
People were amazed at their open and honest communication, but they were talking about their relationship like they were divorced, and they were also not wearing wedding rings.
You don't have their wedding ring! Oh no, dude, drama. Drama. Vogue.
Find the definition of husband and wife.
TMCT? TMZ?
It sounds to me you got precisely the reaction you wanted by wearing that hat.
No,
You knew there was going to be a reaction. But it also
But you realize
opens
that you
up this
influence
dialogue that you're not apologizing because everybody else, when they make a statement like that...
What does that even mean? I don't want to look that, but I feel like I should just to know stuff. Okay, fine. What does meaning, TMZ meaning? Ah, the name TMZ stands for 30 Mile Zone after the historic studio zone at the intersection of West Pepe Boulevard. So it's just a reflection of our sensationalism. It's an identity they built around this particular thing. Okay, I guess it reflects the thing that they do, right? Parasites parasiting off of parasites.
They even say that they aren't married anymore.
Oh, how dare you say that Will Smith and Jada Smith are parasites. It's like, they aren't just here to try to siphon money and live lives the way that they want to and do whatever they want, right? But that's not a parasite. They earned it, right? Because if you make money, you earn it. Because you can't just make money as a result of other people putting you in a position, or make money by siphoning the value of someone's labor for them, or just living in a world where you're able to show up and act and star in movies and make tens of millions of dollars. That's pretty dystopian. I guess we're all technically parasites, right, in that context. I guess if we were to use that to probably quantify it, probably be like, in terms of the world, we're here to benefit ourselves at the expense of everyone else around us. Isn't that kind of what you consider to be a parasite, right? Someone who siphons for their own benefit, despite the ramifications said siphoning causes. Now, what's the ramifications of these guys siphoning there? I mean, in their case, they're not business people, they're just actors who are there to make money for business people. They're simply a prop, a cog. They aren't the harbinger, they aren't the creator. They're simply a symptom of the creation, of this machine that acquires money. Parasite in terms of trying to get your attention, right? Displaying all their shit. The point is for them to try to get their name out, is because given their attitude, given the type of transparency they have, because there's ways you can be transparent, but there's also ways you can be extra transparent, and what we're seeing is that the extra is the extra degree of it, the further degree of it. But yes, let's see this next image.
20.
Yeah, siphoning your, definitely that analogy, metaphor, I don't know. It's a good reflection, or it's a good quantification of such, because I mean, just look at these videos, right? 50 million views. They're trying to siphon your attention from you by sharing these ugly, vulgar, I won't say ugly. Yes, it's ugly. It's very ugly, but like, it's inside all of us. They're just showing it to us. This happens with all sorts, and I'd argue it's worse with other people. Also, I've seen way worse than this, dude. This is just like two people who are normal, to be honest. I don't see them as, like, they're not exclusively messed up. They don't have serious, severe emotional problems. They're just normal people, which normal is not really necessarily mean good when you apply it to humans, right? Oh, that's normal. That's not, that just means he does the same thing everyone else does. And this is normal. The mindless nature, primitive crap that people do. That is normal.
It was another episode where Will and Jada...
But we see theirs, and we've had prior context to who these people are, so we view it a certain way, and we have some level of interest. And it is interesting. I mean, I'm here talking about it.
They claim they are life partners and have redefined the definition of husband and wife to fit their unique union. June 21st, 2020 was another episode where Will and Jada sat down and did another extremely deep dive into their marriage. They laughed, cried, and seemed like the most normal version of themselves. And if you're confused, feeling, are they married, are they separated, are they divorced?
You should be. They're actors. And they seem normal. They're actors. They get paid to... That's what I said before. Audiences are malleable, and I am 100% right. People are gullible and dumb. Give them something and they'll consume it. Tell them to consume it and they'll consume it. Be in a position where you are the giver of the consumption and they will consume what you produce.
I am your redeemer. It is by my hand you will rise from the ashes.
That's literally how everyone else felt. But just 8 days after Will and Jada's beautiful one-on-one discussion, August Alsina shared news about his relationship with Jada that would shock the world.
Beautiful. Just funny the way you, the adjective. And also, what the... Look at his goddamn chin. Did someone take a ruler and just... That's like so well defined. It's like, it looks like a... Hold it upside down. Shit. Alright, we'll turn the frame around. It almost looks like... I don't know if you've ever been walking through the forest. There's like a mound of dirt, and there's kind of like grass at the top, but there's dirt, like almost like a mountain of dirt. And then they have the you could kind of just touch the top, and it's kind of just like, can like take it off and eat it. Saying you don't eat dirt? That's weird. No, that's weird. This stuff's normal, but that's abnormal.
I actually sat down with Will and had a conversation. He gave me his blessing.
What? Hey, Mr. Smith. Can I have sex with your wife? Sorry, your partner? Wife? And Will Smith's just like...
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
I really want to, like, reference all of his stuff every time I roast him. That's weird, too. I've seen so many of his movies. I've seen Shark Tale. I've seen I Am Legend. I've seen iRobot, like, years ago. I've seen Men in Black, 1 through 3. I've seen... Hold up. We can do this now more accessibly. We have the resources. We've acquired the resources. Thank you for watching. Subscribe. If it makes it glow, that'd be really cool. Subscribe. That probably doesn't work. I've seen The Pursuit of Happiness, Bad Boys Forever Ago. I should pull this up as a... He's also been in a lot of really bad movies. Hancock. Did I see Collateral Beauty? That was... If I did, it was incredibly bland, I think. I remember. I don't know. Oh, this one's my favorite. The best shape of my life. Hit that pose, Miffy Smiffy. Whiffy Smiffy.
And I totally gave myself to that relationship for years of my life. And I truly and really, really deeply loved and have a ton of love for her.
August admits that not only did he fall head over heels into deep love with Jada, but he even had a conversation with Will about it and received his approval. This led to people calling Will a CUCK, but others just looked at it as an open relationship.
Is that a slang word now? Is that a bad word, cuck? I don't know. This is something I've also noticed. A lot of people are very insecure about their masculinity. They tend to really hound in on, especially when they talk about open relationships. Like, I guess that to a lot of dudes, that's a very masculine focal point, right? The owning, right? Having this, like a woman, someone that's yours, exclusively yours, because they respect you as a man or something. It's always within the same circles, too. It's like a cuck has a very specific definition. You like watching your partner, significant other, wife having sex. Okay, they use it in the term of like, if you just anyone, you just the thought, that means you're a cuck. You have a wife and somebody else sleep with them, that makes you a cuck. It's like, do you not, you guys don't, there is a defined term for these things. That's the way it has, these things need to be defined so that we can understand the world. Am I wrong? What? Cuckold originated in early 18th century. The abbreviation of cuckold, cuck, sense one of the noun. A weak or servile man, often used as contemptuous term for a man with moderate progressive political views. What? Is that the U.S. has its own definition of cuck. A weak or servile man, often used as a contemptuous term for a man with moderate progressive political. See, in the U.S. it's just used to describe liberals? What the hell is going on? 2, a man whose wife is sexually unfaithful, a cuckold. I thought it was a kink, a fetish, that it was the specific act of watching your wife get plowed, or your partner. Or I guess it specifically applies to men. Make a man a cuckold by having a sexual relationship with his wife, being sexually unfaithful to him. Huh, so I'm wrong. What? And this sucks being wrong about it, because I thought that was like an actual, like a biological phenomena. Holy crap. So they're actually using it, so these disgusting keyboard apes are actually using the term correctly. I legitimately thought it was the actual act itself, rather than just, so if your wife cheats on you, you're a cuck. Damn, we're learning new shit every day, huh? Anyone who's ever been cheated on, you're a goddamn cuckold. According to Google, the English dictionary version, verb cuck, third person version, cucks, past tense cucked, past participle cucked, gerund or present participle, cucking.
Well, I'm not a gamer, so maybe they'll respect me.
That just makes you a beta cuck. That's the difference between you and I, Silver the Hedgehog. I'm an alpha gamer.
I really hope that's not considered a
Profanity.
Do I have the blur? That's stupid. I got completely thrown off. So he is using it correctly. I can't believe 2020, the year will be Will Smith will be a cuck for the whole. He's right. This loser. So through that, it's just not fair. So if your wife cheats on you, you're a cuckold. At least for the duration of which, before you break up with them? I like my term better. Mine's more like medical. God. We're pausing here. What the